Hello everyone and welcome to today's Wild Rift video. It's a new day and it's time for another AD carry guide. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Sheriff of Piltover Caitlyn. I did a guide a couple of weeks ago where it's just more of a generic guide for my A to Z guide, but this is a new guide focused more on the build. Now the build has changed quite a lot with Caitlyn, very similar to other champions at the moment that are really strong, and I honestly think Caitlyn is one of the strongest champions out there and one of the safest champions as well. Probably one of the easiest champions to play in Wild Rift. She has a lot of range. She has the longest base attack range of any other AD carry, which allows her to play super safe or play really aggressive during the laning phase. Her first ability is great as well as a poking tool. You also have your net, your third ability, as kind of a way to escape, way to kind of dash back to safety. You can also use this on top of Proto Belt as well. And you also have your traps available, which allows you to zone quite a lot during team fights, allows you to kite back a lot easier as well, because you can put traps underneath you. So then when you're kiting backwards, the enemy champions will have to walk over the traps, which allows you to just do a little bit more damage. Now, focusing more on the build, we have Stormrazor as the first item. I mentioned this quite a lot already, but I'll mention it again. The changes to Stormrazor are absolutely amazing. I love what they did to Stormrazor, giving the item more attack damage. Even though it costs 200 more gold, honestly is a great trade-off. 15 extra AD for 200 gold. You'll take that any day. You know, great stats overall for an AD carry. You got the crit, you got the attack speed as well. And the great thing about Caitlyn with the energized attacks with Stormrazor, with the slowing Stormrazor passive, is that it works really well with Caitlyn, because Caitlyn, as mentioned already, has a lot of range. So when you have the Stormrazor up and available, you can use that range to your advantage to slow the enemies, and then you can combo this on top of your first ability, maybe try and land a trap as well when they're slowed or anything like that. So overall, just a great item for Caitlyn. Now, what I've been seeing recently is I've been seeing quite a lot of people go for something like this, focusing more on getting the energized passives as soon as possible. So getting the rapid fire cannon or the static shiv as the second item. Most of the time it's static shiv, probably better for Caitlyn. But yeah, static shiv as a second item, getting more attack speed as soon as possible, and focusing more on the damage with the energized attacks. Now, if you don't know, the energized attacks from all your items stack on top of each other. Before, like a few patches ago, a few months ago, even if you built loads of energized items on top of each other, the damage would be the exact same. It would just be 50 to 120. But now they all stack on top of each other, so you can deal more damage. Obviously, with static shiv, the magic damage bounces between 5 nearby enemies, so this helps with wave clear. This helps with clearing minions. Helps during team fights as well, because the damage can, you know, bounce on top of any enemies. I think I've actually died to static shiv a couple of times before as well from Caitlyn. So yeah, really a great item overall. And then you have the other energized attacks item, which is rapid fire cannon. This allows you to get more range and also just generate it allows you to generate the energized attacks 25% faster, and you still deal the bonus magic damage. And then after all of this, you can go for Infinity Edge. Honestly, I still think the best build is probably something like this, where you go for Stormrazor plus Infinity Edge. I think the combo of these two items is just insanely strong. You already have a lot of attack speed anyway, or a little bit of attack speed from Stormrazor, and then just getting Infinity Edge on top of that, letting your crit deal more damage, getting a lot of attack damage as well, is just really important for Caitlyn. If you really want to, I'd recommend maybe going to something like this. You can go for Static Shiv as a second item to get a little bit more attack speed and help with the wave clear, and then go for Infinity Edge afterwards, and then you can go for Rapid Fire Cannon. And then for your final item, you have Mortal Reminder. Again, kind of depends on the situation of the game. If you need to get the anti-heal earlier, you can just go for, you know, the 1000 gold Executioner's Calling, which allows you to apply grievous wounds. If you're against a lot of tanks as well, I would honestly recommend building Mortal Reminder earlier. Maybe going for something like this would be quite good. Like this. So you go for the Stormrazor plus the Infinity Edge, you have the Static Shiv, Mortal Reminder, and then Rapid Fire Cannon. But again, it completely depends on the situation of the game. If you're not against a lot of tanks, and if you're not against a lot of champions that are building armor, then you don't really need to go Mortal Reminder. But I'd highly recommend going for that 1000 gold Executioner's Calling if you do need that anti-heal. For the runes, Conqueror still the best rune for Caitlyn. Fleet Footwork just doesn't really work too well, even though it does work kind of the same way with the energized attacks. Conqueror is just the best rune overall. It just gives you so much more extra damage. You know, the bonus AD when you're stacking up the adaptive 4 stacks. And you can do it really easily as well with Caitlyn because you're going to be auto-attacking a lot, using your abilities, landing your abilities. So it's just really important to just get that little bit of extra damage. Hunter Vampirism is really good. In this build, you don't have any physical vamp at all, like you don't have Bloodthirst or anything like that, so getting the extra physical vamp from this rune is going to be really important. And speaking of physical vamp, I completely skipped over the boots. For boots, most of the time you go for Gluttonous Greaves to get the extra physical vamp as well. As I just mentioned, there's no Bloodthirster, no physical vamp in this build, so getting a little bit of physical vamp from your boots and from the runes is very important. And then most of the time you want to go for the stasis effect. Protobelt is good for Caitlyn, but most of the time you'll be so far back in the back line because of Caitlyn's range that most of the time you won't be put under any threat. The only real threat that you'll be put under is if an assassin jumps on you, like maybe an Evelynn. I'm trying to think who else it could be. Kha'Zix, Rengar, anything like that. And if obviously you're crowd controlled, and if you're about to get one shot, you can just use stasis just before that to help you out. Going back to the runes, Resolve Tree is very flexible at the moment. Hunter Titan, if you want to get more tenacity against a lot of crowd control on the enemy team. Adaptive Carapace is quite good, especially for laning phase with Caitlyn. The thing is with Caitlyn is you'll be fighting a lot during the laning phase. You'll be using your auto attacks, using your passive headshot to walk up and to auto attack the enemy champions. So you will be trading a lot, so Adaptive Carapace to get a little bit of extra health in the early game can be very helpful. Or you can go for Bone Plating as well if you're against a lot of assassins or a lot of bruisers that can just jump on top of you to deal a lot of burst damage. And then for the final rune, the Sweet Tooth. As I just mentioned, Caitlyn's going to be fighting a lot in the laning phase. You don't really need Mana Flow Ban because Caitlyn doesn't really have any mana problems. Hunter Genius is not really that useful, to be fair. You can go for Hunter Genius if you don't want to go Sweet Tooth, but I like Sweet Tooth because, like I said, I like to play aggressive with Caitlyn in lane. I like to trade a lot against the enemy champions because Caitlyn is really strong during the laning phase. And then for some of the spells, you have Flash and then you have Exhaust. As I mentioned already in previous videos, Exhaust is kind of the go-to summoner spell now for AD carries. Because of that slow, especially in 1v1 situations against other AD carries, it can come in handy, but also because bruises are so important at the moment in the meta and they're so popular. So when someone's, you know, jumping on top of you, say Renekton, a Set, anyone like that, you could just use Exhaust, slow them down, and then you can use your traps to zone out the bruiser, use your net, and just get away to safety. But that's pretty much everything for Caitlyn. As you can tell, the builds are very similar. I will be doing a tier list very soon as well, so stay tuned for that one. It's a very spicy tier list, I have to admit. There's a lot of changes that have happened, so make sure you stay tuned for that. As always, take care, and I'll see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Peace. Let's go. Yeah, it's TF ADC. Interesting. TF ADC. Yeah, I'm back home, Hunt. My internet is all good now. I'm back home. Which support champions do you think are the best right now? I think Karma's pretty good. Rakan's very good. Thresh is also very good.
Minions have spawned.
Oh, now my gun is up. Here you go.
Let's investigate.
For how long is the question? That is true. That is very true. For how long?
Me? Miss? Not by a long shot. Too many dead guys.
Nice damage, by the way, Caitlyn.
Don't be caught flat.
Very nice damage, Caitlyn. Oh, wait, what? I missed a minion. No one saw that. Wait, he just used heal already?
I love a good chase. Let's investigate. Don't be caught flat-footed. Danger. Doesn't like being under the gun.
Interesting. Hey, what's up, Frost?
Me? Miss? Not by a long shot. Headshot on my way. Enemy slain.
Okay, not bad. I mean, I could have gone better, but it wasn't bad.
I love a chase.
Not bad, not bad. New season? Yep, season 5 is here. What is happening bot lane? Oh, he lives! He's got ulti as well! This Trendem is insane! That timing of his ulti though was kind of disgusting.
Don't be caught flat on my way. Enemy missing. Want to see a hat trick? Miss? Not by a long shot.
Bottom turret is under attack. Attack this champion.
Oh fuck, I entered. I'm still alive! How am I still alive? How was I alive throughout the whole of that? I don't know how Pantheon didn't kill me. I guess all the healing and shielding is just too insane. Holy moly.
Enemy slain.
No, I don't think Nasus is that strong. Nasus still takes forever to scale. Good job.
Slain the dragon.
Let's investigate. Up first, showdown. Want to see a hat trick?
Green.
What about diamonds? I guess the things is just broken on Karma. It's actually crazy how much damage you, how much healing and shielding you get with the Fiends
Not by
on
a
Karma.
long shot.
It's disgusting.
Top turret is under attack. Your team has slain the Rift Herald.
This doesn't like being under the gun.
I need anti-heal really badly.
Enemy slain.
What? What did Soraka just do? I'm so confused what Soraka just did. She just went low enough and then just couldn't do anything? I don't know.
Let's investigate.
Weird.
I have the tools for the job.
Oh, too funny. What is going on? They're so low! Oh! The healing and shielding was way too much for them in the end. My anti-heal was enough. They were just all stepping on my traps though. Love it.
I love a good chase.
Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it.
I have the tools for the job.
Do, 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 do.
Don't be caught flat-footing. So many bad guys.
Awesome without.
Let's investigate. Up for a showdown?
On my way. Attack the dragon.
Wanna see a
Enemy slain.
Oh, the shielding and healing is way too strong for Karma. It's disgusting. Honestly, the interaction with Karma Shield and Athene's is pretty disgusting. That interaction with the two items is pretty disgusting.
Right. Don't be
Here
caught
to take
flat-footed.
me home.
Your
I mean,
team has
Caitlyn
slain
is
the
strong,
Rift
hun.
Herald.
I honestly think Caitlyn's strong. With, like, the new ADC meta, with, like, Stormrazor plus IE. I honestly think Caitlyn's meta. I honestly think Caitlyn's really, really strong.
Lean on the gun.
She's, like, one of the best users for the energized items. Your Baron Lane has been in Hullbreaker? No, he's not. Oh, Bullion? I mean, he doesn't have Hullbreaker.
Up for a showdown?
I'm not too sure, to be honest, Hunt. I think Caitlyn does pretty well. She's super safe as well at the same time.
Wanna see a hat trick?
See what I mean? You do a lot of damage with this combo with Caitlyn. It's pretty disgusting. It's pretty damn disgusting.
Enemy slain. Ally slain. Enemy turret destroyed. Enemy turret destroyed. Slain.
R.I.P. Trolls. You will be remembered. Love you long time. Wait, Ruse.
qualifier. I think we're expected to go through against the last chance qualifying teams. So I think obviously we're gonna win 2-0 today, but yeah, we cannot underestimate anyone.
Oh, okay, you don't underestimate anyone, but 2-0 just because we can do it. Okay, and of course, you want to say anything about it?
Let's investigate.
I think obviously, I think the old name was Australian Esports. I think the new name is.
I probably should be in this team fight. Oh god. The damage, chat.
I love a good chase.
The damage. Oh, I can go back and get stack shift now as well.
Right.
Let's go mortal now. I think mortal's fine to go now.
Don't be caught flat.
I think I got stack shiv, but it's all good.
The dragon. Attack Baron.
Let's investigate.
Just keep it step by step. And you Oh god. I'm telling you, Hunt. Caitlyn's pretty fucking good. And Caitlyn combo is actually a strong lane in PC League as well.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Triple inhibitors 9-0, chat. Oh, we make it 10-0. Okay, the game's not going to be over yet. I thought the game was going to be over there, but not. Apparently not.
Me? Miss? Not by a long shot.
Will I go for more attack speed? Oh, why not? Let's go for more attack speed.
I love a good chase.
By step when you come. There's no way they're coming back into this game.
Reconnected. On my way.
Let's investigate. That's a nice space.
Legendary. Enemy slain. Ally
GG's.
enemy slain.
11, 0, and 8. You love to see it.
Let's investigate.
What a game. Okay, so we went from 0-3. We went from 3 losses in a row to now 3 wins in a row. We've sussed the meta. Well, not really. We've been playing a bunch of different champions, but we sussed it. Perfect time to watch WREC as well. 40,000 damage. You love to see it. 40,000 damage. 11, 0, and 8. Yeah, Athene's with Karma is disgusting. Absolute disgusting. Karma with Athenes. Yeah, pretty good game overall. Pretty nice, pretty nice.